Some mornings, you catch your reflection, not to check, not to fix, but to see. There you are, a face that has lived, loved, lost, and laughed. Not flawless, not untouched, but deeply, beautifully real. Time leaves its signature, doesn't it? In soft lines, in silver strands. But underneath it all, there's still a spark, still a light that never went out. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the parts of you that still feel vibrant. It's about honoring your body, not for how it once looked, but for everything it's carried you through. In a world that tells women to stay young forever, I want to tell you something different today. You don't need to fight age. You just need to nourish yourself gently, truthfully, and consistently. And that's what this is about. Not surgery, not 10-step routines, but 8 simple, soul-deep habits that support the woman you are now, inside and out. Some of them you may already know, some might surprise you, but all of them are here to remind you, you are still glowing, you are still becoming, and your beauty was never meant to fade. Habit 1. Hydration, your most honest anti-aging ally. Let's begin with something so simple it often gets overlooked: hydration. When we talk about beauty after 60, the conversation too often jumps to miracle creams or cosmetic fixes. But the truth is, no external product can make up for what your skin is missing on the inside. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at signaling thirst. That means many women unknowingly go through their days mildly dehydrated, and over time it shows. Dryness becomes more common. Fine lines appear deeper. Skin loses its glow. And no matter how many serums we apply, the mirror reflects back a tired, dull complexion. But here's what's empowering. This is one of the easiest and most affordable beauty shifts you can make. Water is not just a drink. It's a delivery system. It carries nutrients to your skin, flushes toxins, and supports elasticity. Hydrated skin is smoother, plumper, and more radiant, naturally. Think of a grape, full and vibrant. Now think of a raisin. That's the difference hydration makes at a cellular level. So how much is enough? For most women, around 8 glasses a day is a strong starting point. But don't feel pressure to count. Instead, build a habit of sipping slowly throughout the day. Set a beautiful glass on your kitchen counter. Add lemon or mint, maybe cucumber. Make it inviting. Make it part of your rhythm. And remember, hydration isn't just about water. Water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, and leafy greens also nourish your skin from the inside out. Herbal teas count too, and they come with the added gift of calming the nervous system, which helps reduce stress-related skin issues. But there's one more thing, and it matters: caffeine and alcohol. They quietly dry out your system. You don't have to cut them out entirely. Just be mindful. For every cup of coffee, add an extra glass of water. For every glass of wine, a little more balance. Hydration is a daily act of self-respect. It doesn't promise perfection, but it does promise progress. And with time, you'll notice it. Not just in your skin, but in your energy, your digestion, and your overall sense of vitality. So today, raise a glass, not to erase the years, but to honor them, to support the woman you are with care, from the inside out. Habit 2. Facial massage, the kindest touch. I used to watch my wife each night as she stood at the bathroom sink. She'd pull her hair back, apply a little oil to her palms, and begin moving her fingertips gently over her face. Not rushed, not mechanical. Like she was speaking through her hands, telling her skin, "I'm still here. I still care." At first, I didn't understand it, but over time, I saw what it gave her. Not just softer skin or a brighter glow, but a kind of calm confidence. And I started learning just how powerful this simple ritual could be. facial massage isn't new. Cultures around the world have used it for centuries to maintain skin health. But somewhere along the way, we traded that quiet tradition for expensive creams and invasive treatments. And we lost something in the process. Because when you massage your face with intention, with presence, you're doing more than stimulating blood flow or lymphatic drainage. You're reconnecting. You're taking back the story your skin tells. It only takes 2 minutes. Use a nourishing oil. Rosehip, jojoba, even a simple moisturizer. Use upward strokes on the cheeks and neck. Use gentle tapping under the eyes with your ring fingers. Smooth the forehead outward, like erasing the day's tension. You'll feel the difference almost immediately. More circulation, more warmth, more lift. Over time, fine lines begin to soften. Puffiness fades, and your skin starts to respond. Not just because of the technique, but because of the care behind it. There's something healing about touching your own face kindly. For years, many of us have only looked in the mirror to criticize. But this is different. This is saying, you are worthy of softness. You are worthy of attention. If you want to elevate it further, keep your oil in the fridge. That cool sensation reduces swelling and brings an instant freshness, like a spa moment. Right at home. I've seen what this small ritual has done for the women in my life, and I've heard from others. It's never too late to begin. So tonight, before you sleep, take 2 minutes for yourself. Let your hands say what words often don't. You matter, and you're still beautiful. Habit 3. Cream-based makeup. Letting radiance breathe. There was a time when powder makeup was queen. Pressed compacts in every purse. A quick dab on the nose, the forehead, the chin. Our silent, secret weapon for shine and control. But times change, and so does skin. What once gave us a polished glow now tends to settle. Into lines, into texture, into every place we'd rather it didn't. The result? Skin that looks older than it feels. Dryness becomes more noticeable. Features lose softness. The mirror stops reflecting the vitality we know we still have. This is where cream-based makeup becomes a quiet revolution. Unlike powder, which sits on the surface, cream products blend with the skin. They move with it. They reflect light rather than flatten it. The result? Skin that looks hydrated, fresh, and alive, not masked. Start with a tinted moisturizer or hydrating foundation. Just a small amount. The goal isn't coverage, it's enhancement. Follow with a cream blush in warm rose or peach, smile gently, and press it onto the apples of your cheeks. Notice the difference, the softness, the warmth, the life it brings. If you enjoy highlighter, choose a liquid or cream-based formula. Dab it lightly along the cheekbones, the brow bone, even down the bridge of the nose. You're not trying to shine. You're inviting radiance. And skip the heavy powders, especially under the eyes or around the mouth. That area needs moisture, not mattifying. Always begin with moisturizer or a primer, something to give your skin a supple base. The shift may seem small, but it signals something big. It says, I don't need to hide behind youth. I can honor who I am and still feel beautiful. Cream-based makeup doesn't fight your face. It walks beside it, supporting it, softening it, letting the years show on your terms. Because beauty at 60 and beyond isn't about chasing what's gone. It's about embracing what's still shining through. Habit 4. Eyebrow lift, redefining the frame of your story. Picture a beautiful painting, full of depth, light, and life. Now imagine that painting without a frame. It might still be stunning, but it feels unfinished, doesn't it? That's what eyebrows are to your face, the frame. And with age, that frame often begins to fade, thinning, lightening, or drooping subtly until, one day, you look in the mirror and wonder what's missing. It's not just a cosmetic change, it's emotional. Because when our eyebrows change, our expression does too. We may look more tired, more closed off, even when we don't feel that way inside. But the good news? This is one of the easiest beauty habits to bring back, with a gentle touch and a few small changes. Start with a brow pencil that's soft, not too dark, never harsh. If your hair is silver or gray, a taupe shade will be your best friend. For brunettes, consider going just one tone lighter than your natural color. The goal isn't boldness, it's balance. Instead of drawing thick lines, use light, feathered strokes to mimic natural hairs. Focus on filling in sparse areas. Then lift the tail of the brow slightly higher than where it naturally ends. This gives your entire eye area a subtle, graceful lift, like opening a curtain to let the light in. Add a touch of highlighter or light concealer just beneath the brow bone. It brightens the whole face and makes your eyes look more open, more awake. And don't underestimate brow gel. A tinted gel adds softness, fullness, and helps keep everything in place throughout the day. The smallest details often create the biggest shifts. Your brows may seem like a background feature, but they hold the power to change how you see yourself and how others see your spirit shining through. Framing your face isn't about fixing. It's about finishing the story. And your story deserves to be seen fully, confidently, and beautifully. Habit 5. Hair volume and color. Bringing back the lightness. There's a moment, sometime in our 50s or 60s, when our hair stops behaving the way it used to. The bounce is gone. The color shifts. The strands feel finer, the part wider. You may run your fingers through it one day and think, when did this happen? And then the inner dialogue begins. Maybe I should cut it short. Maybe I should dye it dark again. Maybe I should just give up. But before you decide, take a breath. This isn't about fighting age. It's about finding your new rhythm, and your hair is part of that journey. Let's start with color. Some women embrace their grays with confidence, and if that's you, celebrate it. A purple shampoo once a week can keep those silver tones crisp and luminous. But if gray makes you feel faded, you don't have to go full coverage or back to jet black. In fact, deep black or overly dark dyes often make mature skin look more washed out. Instead, think warm. Honey tones, soft golden browns, even caramel highlights. These colors reflect light, soften your features, and bring warmth back to your complexion. Now let's talk volume. One of the biggest changes that sneaks up on us is thinning hair. But flat hair doesn't mean flat spirit. Start with a volumizing mousse, just a little at the roots before blow drying. Blow dry your hair upside down to add lift, or try switching your part to the opposite side for instant body. A layered cut can also bring life and movement back, especially if your current style is one length and heavy. And don't overwash. Every other day, or even every third day, is enough for most women. Use a dry shampoo between washes to keep freshness without stripping your scalp of its natural oils. It's okay if your hair doesn't look like it did 20 years ago. You're not that woman anymore. And that's something to be proud of. But you can still feel beautiful in the mirror, with softness, with lift, with color that makes your eyes pop and your cheeks glow. Hair isn't just style, it's memory, and it's never too late to write a new one. Habit 6. Your smile. A facelift from the heart. There's a photo I keep in my wallet. My mother at 73, holding a cup of tea, her eyes crinkled, mid-laugh. You don't notice her wrinkles. You don't see the lines. What you see is light, pure, joy-filled light pouring from her smile. That smile told her whole story. And yet, so many women stop smiling freely as they get older. Maybe it's because of changing teeth, or thinning lips, or feeling invisible. But your smile is still your greatest beauty tool, and it costs nothing. Let's start with the basics. Over the years, coffee, tea, and wine can leave behind more than just memories. They leave stains. A gentle whitening toothpaste or at-home kit can lift that dullness. No need for harsh strips. Even brushing once a week with a mix of baking soda and hydrogen peroxide can restore natural brightness. Now the lips. Aging often makes lips thinner, drier, less defined. But again, the fix is not drastic. It's tender. Use a hydrating lip balm daily. Avoid matte lipsticks, which settle into creases. Instead, go for creamy textures in shades that feel alive. Soft berry, peach, or rose. Add a touch of gloss to the center of your lips for fullness. Just a dab. Here's a trick I've seen work wonders. Outline just outside your natural lip line with a nude lip liner. It sounds simple, but it subtly plumps the lips without looking artificial. It's like turning the light up just a notch. But above all, remember this. People don't remember how perfect your teeth were. They remember how your smile made them feel. So smile with ease, with openness, with the wisdom of someone who has earned every line and still chooses joy. Because beauty isn't in symmetry, it's in expression. And your smile, that's where your ageless beauty lives. Habit 7. Posture, the most elegant form of confidence. Imagine two women walking into a room. One carries herself with ease, head lifted, spine aligned, shoulders relaxed. The other walks with her eyes down, shoulders slightly hunched, as if trying to take up less space in the world. They might be the same age. They might even be wearing the same outfit, but they tell two completely different stories. One says, "I'm still here. I know who I am." The other whispers, "I'm not sure I belong." And the only difference between them? Posture. We spend years being told what to change. Our weight, our hair, our wrinkles. But posture is often forgotten. And yet, it's one of the most powerful, immediate ways to transform how others see you and how you feel inside. As we get older, posture naturally shifts. Muscles weaken, bones lose density, and habits, like sitting too long or looking down at phones, start to take their toll. But that doesn't mean you're stuck with it. The beauty of posture is that it can be rewritten, not overnight, but with gentle awareness and consistent care. Start with a simple awareness check. Throughout the day, pause and ask, where are my shoulders? Are they creeping up toward my ears? Is my head jutting forward, or is it in line with my spine? Can I open my chest just a little more? Visualize a string pulling you gently upward from the crown of your head, not stiff or forced, but lifted with lightness. Relax your jaw, soften your knees. Breathe deep into your belly. When standing, distribute your weight evenly between your feet. When sitting, plant both feet on the floor and place a cushion behind your lower back to support your spine. These micro adjustments build up to powerful results. If you want to go deeper, consider adding 10 minutes of daily stretching. Yoga poses like the mountain, bridge, and child's pose help open the body. Simple core exercises strengthen the muscles that support upright alignment. But here's what matters most. Posture is not about looking younger. It's about showing up fully, unapologetically. It's a physical way of saying, I still carry myself with grace. I still belong in every room I enter. Because confidence isn't loud. Sometimes it's as quiet as standing tall. Habit 8. Rest. Where true beauty begins. When did rest become a luxury? Think about it. How many years have you spent taking care of others before yourself? How often have you pushed through exhaustion because there was just one more thing to do? How many nights have you collapsed into bed tired, but not truly rested? For many women, especially as we age, rest feels like something we have to earn, not something we deserve. But here's the truth. You don't have to earn your rest. You're allowed to slow down, to pause. to care for yourself with the same tenderness you've given to others your whole life. And beauty? Real, lasting, soul-deep beauty? It begins in rest. Let's talk about sleep. Not just time spent in bed, but restorative sleep. The kind that helps your skin renew. That resets your hormones, calms inflammation, restores collagen production, and smooths tension from your face. It's like your body's natural spa treatment. No appointment needed. And yet, so many women struggle to sleep well after 60. Hormonal changes, stress, and disrupted routines can make restful sleep feel far away. So, how do we bring it back? Start with a sacred routine. About an hour before bed, dim the lights. Light a candle. Turn off screens. Let your nervous system know it's time to soften. Sip something calming. Chamomile tea, warm almond milk, or even lemon balm. Journal, pray, or listen to soft instrumental music. Switch to a silk pillowcase, not just for its luxury, but for its function. Silk reduces friction on your skin and hair, helping to prevent wrinkles and breakage overnight. It also feels cool and comforting against your face, encouraging deeper rest. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Use essential oils like lavender or sandalwood to cue the brain that it's time to unwind. And most importantly, release the day. Speak this softly to yourself. I've done enough. I am enough. Now I rest. Because no serum in the world can do what sleep does naturally. No expensive treatment can replace what your body is built to do when you simply let it. You deserve beautiful, unhurried rest, not someday, not when the list is done, tonight, every night, because the most radiant mornings begin with surrendering the night. Habit 9. Joyful movement, beauty in motion. Every Sunday morning, like clockwork, I used to pass a woman named Carol at the local park. She always wore the same soft gray sweater, a wide-brimmed straw hat, and bright white sneakers that stood out against the grass. Carol didn't jog. She didn't power walk. She danced, right there on the open lawn near the maple trees. With her little blue speaker playing Nat King Cole or Ella Fitzgerald, she'd sway slowly under the morning light, arms out, fingers loose, eyes closed. It wasn't a performance. It was a communion between her body and the life still flowing through it. One morning I asked her gently, "Do you dance to stay in shape?" She looked at me with a grin that lit her entire face. "Oh, sweetheart," she said, "I don't move to stay young. I move because I still feel alive." That line stayed with me. Maybe because so many people around her, around us, had stopped moving. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And the thing is, when we stop moving, we stop feeling, we stop engaging. We slowly pull away from our bodies like they no longer belong to us. But our bodies, no matter our age, are still ours. They are still homes worth living in. As we get older, movement changes. The pace slows. The joints speak louder. The breath shortens. But none of that means we have to stop. It means we must move gently, with love, with patience, and most of all, with joy. Joyful movement isn't a chore. It's not a punishment. It's a celebration. It can be 5 minutes of stretching in the morning sun, a walk around the block while listening to your favorite oldies, watering your garden, pulling weeds, letting the wind brush against your skin, even standing by your kitchen window and rocking slowly side to side to the rhythm of a jazz song from 1965. These moments count. These movements matter, because movement doesn't just keep our bodies healthy. It keeps our souls awake. It improves circulation, strengthens balance, reduces stiffness, and gives your skin that natural inner glow that no product can replicate. But even more than that, movement reminds you, you're still here. You're still growing. You're still dancing through life in your own sacred rhythm. If the idea of exercise feels overwhelming, Forget that word entirely. Replace it with connection. Connection with your breath, with your feet, with the world around you. Don't worry about doing it right. Worry only about doing it with joy. You don't need anyone's permission to move. You don't need music playing or someone watching. You don't need a gym. You just need your body and your willingness to come back home to it. So today, maybe you lift your arms toward the ceiling and take 3 deep breaths. Maybe you stretch your legs while sitting on the couch. Maybe you turn on a song from your youth, close your eyes, and let your hips sway like no one's watching. And if anyone asks you why, tell them, like Carol did, I don't move to stay young. I move because I still feel alive. Because beauty isn't just in how you look. It's in how you move through the world with rhythm, presence, and joy. And there you have it. 9 gentle, soulful habits. None of them flashy. None of them forced. Just quiet practices that return you to yourself. Because aging isn't a slow disappearance. It's an unfolding. A soft blooming into a deeper kind of beauty. The kind that doesn't ask for approval. That isn't chasing perfection. That knows its own worth. You've walked through decades of storms and sunlight. You've nurtured, healed, sacrificed, celebrated. And if the world hasn't told you this recently, let me be the one to say it. You're still radiant. You're still becoming. You're still so deeply beautiful. These habits aren't here to fix you. They're here to help you reconnect to your body, your reflection, your daily rhythms. Because the most powerful form of self-care is choosing yourself again and again. So tell me, which habit spoke to you the most? Was it the quiet comfort of facial massage, the dance of joyful movement, or the simple act of drinking water with intention? Let me know in the comments. Not just for me, but for the other women watching who need to hear from someone like you. Because healing doesn't happen alone. It happens in community, in sisterhood. And if this video brought you comfort, clarity, or just a little light in your day, I'd be honored if you shared it. With a friend, a sister, a neighbor, someone who might be silently wondering if she's still beautiful. Let her know she is. Let her feel what you've just remembered. If you'd like more conversations like this, more warm, thoughtful reminders that beauty doesn't retire at 60, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. This is Wise Elders Insight, and we're just getting started.